Hello friends, welcome one more week to this new edition of Muscle News. This is the summary we have prepared for today's program. President of the Federation of Kuwait, Badr Bodai, protagonist of Perfect Fit magazine. Amateur Olympia Hong Kong is on the way. The Spanish brothers Lopez Valdominos, continental protagonists in the classic bodybuilding master. The German David Hoffmann, new professional athlete of IFBB. The countdown for the Arnold Classic Europe 2015 has started. Known as Mr. Oxygen, the president of the Kuwait Bodybuilding Federation, Mr. Badr Bodai, was on the cover of Perfect Fit Kuwait magazine dedicated to promoting the sport of irons in the Persian Gulf area. Bodybuilding lover, besides businessman, sports enterprising and promoter, Mr. Bodai is at the age of 44, a face well known not only in the Middle East but also throughout the world by being responsible for the launch of Mahmoud Elsbai's career, a professional bodybuilder known as Big Ramy. Badr Bodai is preparing to open the fifth center of its chain of gyms Oxygen, dedicated entirely to bodybuilding. He fell in love with iron sport in 1994 when he began to recover from an injury that had occurred in his shoulder during his time as a football player. Scheduled to take place 22nd to 25th November, the Olympia Amateur Asia 2015 is already on the way under the direction of the Bodybuilding Federation of Hong Kong and its president, Mr. Hugo Chan. The event, that offers as usual the professional license for the absolute winners of the modalities represented, is open only to athletes of Asia, the Middle East and Britain due to colonial past of the region, and will be held just days before the Olympia Amateur Australia, to be held in Sydney from 27 to 29 November. The Hong Kong Federation of Bodybuilding is distinguished by its dynamism since its recent creation in September 2009 under the chairmanship of its young co-founder, Mr. Hugo Chan. This federation has been present in the major international events of the IFBB and now takes another step forward with these intercontinental events designed to be done every year. It's rare to see two brothers succeed in the same sport. Cases like the Germans Michael and Rafał Schumacher in Formula One or like the Ukrainians Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko had not happened in our sport from the legendary Ray and Mike Mentzer. Nevertheless, Spain can claim to have found a partner or winner in the master category 40 to 49 in the form of classic bodybuilding, the brothers Lopez Valdominos. Eduardo and David, as they are called, respectively won silver medals and the gold in the recent edition of the European Championships, winning in a category that included 17 other athletes from 15 countries. The two brothers, living in Madrid, are well known in the Spanish scene for his dedication to this sport. They can now boast of having accomplished something rarely seen in an international event of bodybuilding. The latest European addition to professional bodybuilding circuit has been the German David Hoffmann, overall winner in the 2015 Olympia Spain held in Torremolinos. Their German colossus of 35 years old and 110 kilos of weight began practicing bodybuilding at home after having started in judo. He began competing at the age of 20 as a junior athlete, and he already achieved his first victories that culminated in his absolute victory in the German Championship in 2008. From there, he began to compete internationally, highlighting the fourth place achieved in the World IFBB 2009 held in Doha and the bronze medals in the inaugural edition of Olympia Amateur in London and the Arnold Classic Europe in Madrid, both in 2011. In 2013, Hoffmann repeated presence in Madrid, achieving the fourth place in the super heavy category and in 2014 regained the bronze medal at the Olympia Amateur. From this season, he could compete as a professional and face in the circuit to athletes from his country, such as Dennis Wolf, Ronnie Rockel, or Steve Bentin. We are close to 25th September when the 5th edition of Avnor Classic Europe 2015 will start in Madrid in its traditional venue of the glass pavilion of the Casa de Campo. Quite possibly we could find again there the Lopez Valdominos brothers, due to the amateur competition includes all forms and official categories recognized by the IFBB, including the Master. Competitors and officials participating must be at least a day before in Madrid on Thursday, 24th September, to make the inscription in the place where the competition will take place. The expectation is high, as it's the one of the first international competition that take place on the resumption of the season and is expected to reach a new record of participation of athletes and public. Well, folks, we have reached the end of today's program. Thanks again for following us, and until next week, we'll be back with more information.